listen. Wait. I just want to give people
You're reading off the script, bro.
Yeah, are you reading off the script? I just figured everybody's interested in Charles. He's the creator of the business. He's done a lot here. Everybody knows him. I mean, maybe people haven't got the chance to talk to you about a lot of like your history, like military stuff like that, why you wanted to get into this business. So I feel like people are interested in that just because everybody comes in to meet you and talk to you, but they don't get time to hear like the backstory behind you. You know what I mean?
The origin story.
The origin story, the Wolverine story. You feel me?
Sure. So I guess basically I grew up in the Bay Area.
Oakland?
No, Redwood City.
Oh, that's not
You
Oakland.
literally said it like an hour ago.
Yeah, I did. We grew up in Redwood City. Yeah, for EA, remember?
Oh yeah.
He did say.
When I was I did my freshman year in the Bay Area, and then my sophomore year I moved to the Sacramento area. I finished out all my high school there. You know, I did all standard stuff. Like I loved video games, but I played football and stuff too. Like
Yeah.
I was a jock.
You were a jock.
I was too big to not play football. Like,
Yeah,
I was literally like 250 pounds as a sophomore. Like it
Gotcha.
was just dumb to not play football.
What'd you play?
Nose guard.
Nose guard?
Nose guard or defensive end, depending on what needed to be done, who needed to be crushed.
Yes.
After I graduated high school, I tried doing college for about a year and a half, and I did a year of college, but I was so bored going to actual school or whatnot. A lot of my friends at that point started joining the military, different branches of the military, Air Force, Army, Marines, Navy, and so I decided to join the Army. My father was in the Army. He spent 5 years in it, I think, maybe less than that. My grandfather was a Marine, and he did 30 years as a Marine, and he's a ridiculous person, actually. My grandfather is, out of everyone in the world, I would say that my grandfather, my dad's grandfather, is probably the person that I look up to and the most.
I thought it was me.
No, it's definitely not you.
Yeah, it's definitely not you, bro.
When I was just before I hit 20, I did sign up for the military. All my friends had got in. Most of them went into the Air Force, and I just.
You didn't feel like that was for you?
I was just like, my fat ass isn't fitting in a cockpit or doing anything like that. So I feel I should do something a little more physical. But you know, so I joined. Originally, I joined as a dog handler, as an MP dog handler.
He likes puppies.
I do. I love animals. But after about a month of waiting for my time, basically the next class time was going to be like 7 or 8 months down the line. I was not looking to like be poor and not do that. And so
I get you.
when I took the ASVAB, I scored 91, which generally if you scored above an 87, you have most jobs offered to you. They asked if I wanted to do intelligence or whatnot. And of course I was like, what are you going to do? And of course they gave me the spiel, you know, you're going to be a spy. You're going to look at stuff and you're going to have weapons that are hidden. And you're like,
oh shit.
No. All of that was complete and utter horseshit. Like, I did do some cool things. Like when I originally went in, it was called a 96 hotel, and then changed to a 35 golf, and basically it's the numbering for imagery intelligence specialist.
Okay.
I was a professional Google Earther for the most part.
Oh, that's really cool.
I would have, believe it or not, like Google Earth imagery is generally what we use in the military too.
Bro,
Like,
that's insane.
it's really good. Like obviously we have access to better stuff and like that. And I can't go too much into it, but
Yeah.
Or you'll have to kill us.
They're watching me.
Have to
They
find
are
all
watching.
of these viewers.
they're always watching. I mean, in general, but I went to when I joined the Army, like they immediately sent me to Fort Sill, Oklahoma for basic training. It was hot as hell. Like on our graduation day, which is the day before graduation day, rather, you do a 15-mile ruck march at midnight, basically, and you have to do a bunch of stuff. It was 115 degrees.
God damn,
at
dude.
midnight. Like,
What the fuck?
the humidity was like, I didn't know you could go over
Insane.
100% humidity. Did you know it's possible?
No.
What?
Impossible.
Just concentrated
What the hell is
water
it
and air.
filling up then?
No, it's like every
100%.
breath was like you took a bite of cloud. Like it was disgusting.
That's so gross.
But after that, I went to Fort
that
Campbell,
vape, bro?
Kentucky.
Yeah, Vape Nation.
I went to Fort Campbell, Kentucky. I served the 101st Airborne. That was where I did most of my career. I went to Baghdad, Iraq with them, and I also went to Kandahar, Afghanistan with them. I did 15 months in Iraq and 12 months in Afghanistan. Iraq wasn't too bad, but Afghanistan was bad. We lost like 4 or 5 people in Iraq. we lost like 96 or 97 people in Afghanistan or whatnot. So they were different wars. We were getting blown up and stuff like that in both of them, but we were actually losing people like in Afghanistan. Like it was not a fun place to be. I did get all the skills that I learned how to like do networking and how to put, how to have things talk to each other on a network, and the general skills of wiring and fiber optics and Ethernet and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I learned all those during both deployments. I came back. The wars were generally ending when I came back from Afghanistan, and so they put me in a strategic position in Hawaii. From there, I spent about 2 years in Hawaii, where I ended my wife and I both ended our career there. She was also intelligence, whereas I looked at pictures, she talked on phones. After Hawaii, I started my first business, which is a software company, SpadeFox Industries. I built games. I built games for a while. I built probably 5 or 6 games on my own. I worked with various programmers that were out there. Realized that I was spending way too much money on programmers, so just learned programming myself. And then realized when we got out of the military that there was no way to live in Hawaii without, being a bum, basically.
Yeah.
Without a ridiculously high-paying job. In general, most rents and stuff out in Hawaii were $4,000 or $5,000 a month.
Wow.
For just a 3-bedroom house or something like
Jeez,
that.
dude.
It's
Prime realty.
most houses are huge in Hawaii because there's usually 5 or 6 families living in them pretty much.
Shout out to those big ballers.
It is a what?
Shout out to the big ballers.
Well, I mean they're not they all split the bill basically.
Yeah.
You got 40 people living on one roof.
So you talking shit?
Everybody's paying $5.
No, that's just the way of life in Hawaii. Actually, they
Ohana means family.
Family, yeah.
And family means we're splitting rent 40 ways.
Then we're all.
I miss Hawaii tremendously. The day I left Hawaii, I left a part of myself there. I miss the weather, the people.
We should make a movie.
I mean, I want to go back. I plan on going back eventually. But after we knew that we needed a cheaper place, so that's why we came to the Lancaster area. And I wanted to be in California because most of my family lives in California.
Greatest downgrade ever.
Yeah. I mean, legitimately, the way we chose it is we went on a map.
Really?
And then we said, what's the cheapest area that we can build that we're not too far away from the entertainment area and whatnot. And it was between here and Visalia, which was near Fresno.
Oh, okay.
Which obviously there's nothing in Fresno. So.
Yeah, that's pretty far from here.
No competition either.
The only thing in Fresno is the Tesla mega battery factory.
That's where
He took a wrong turn.
That's where one of them is.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the old one. The new one's going to Nevada right now near Vegas. But
It's crazy.
Let's go to Vegas soon.
I mean,
let's go
I'm
meet
not
Elon
old
Musk.
enough, sir.
Yeah, if
for
you
your
could
information.
actually turn 21, that'd be great.
Oh, I'm trying to transform.
But after we got here,
Golden Brian.
I finished out my college, my bachelor's and my master's degree, and then I just loved esports and just knew that I wanted to open up a store like this pretty much since I left the military. So I had been planning this since I left the military, and then once I had the education, once I had the financial means, and just opened it up. So
It's really awesome.
that's pretty much,
And that's why I'm here.
yeah.
Nobody else can tell an origin story now because it all
Yeah.
sucks in comparison.
I know.